everyone, and welcome back to G.I. June on Jesse Heck Creative. Today we're going over Arctic Storm Shadow 14 and Classic Storm Shadow 35 from the G.I. Joe Classified series. Let's get to it. So here's Arctic Storm Shadow 14. I think it's a good figure, not the best, seeing as the Classic Storm Shadow is on the rise, coming through. And this is a good figure, not the best. You know, it's just a sort of generic grunt to me as far as the Cobra troops go. It is a white ninja to me. It isn't really Storm Shadow. This is Storm Shadow when he's turned good, I believe. I don't really follow the continuity all that much, but it's pretty cool, actually. It has a lot of gold, a lot of white. It sort of reminds me of Takanuva from Bionicle with all the white and gold here, in a way, and sort of the 70 new member of the group who joins near the end. And usually, in that case, for like anime video games and stuff, that's usually a villain joining the group and becoming a good guy. So this fits really well with all those different tropes and ideologies, and me rambling as I disarm this character and review him. So, going over the head, it is a sort of like just basic kind of head right here. Taking that off the thing, you can remove the hood from the character carefully, trying to get it off. If it doesn't come off, I'm not sure. I haven't really removed the hood in a long time. But getting the hood off, you get this head right here. It's all black. It has some seams and stuff. You could actually maybe replace Snake Eyes' thing and have it maybe be him, but I believe Snake Eyes is a white guy and Storm Shadow is Asian, I believe. So the eyes wouldn't really fit or work. We also have this hood right here. It's pretty nice. Just gotta put that head back in there, pop it back on, and that works out fine. Seeing as I'm doing two different figures, I might as well just get to it with the articulation once I get this head popped back on, which pops on. Pretty simple, but that hood's pretty cool. He's a cream color also, as far as a lot of him goes. This is white over here. It doesn't fit at all. I wish this cream, all these cream colors would be pure white. They would look much better, much like this white. Somebody messed up big time, and it just does not look good at all. He looks sun bleached and sun faded. The gold looks very nice. You know, it's a little bit sort of different mishmash of different kinds of gold everywhere, which is also an issue. So relegating these guys to some kind of like grunt or army builder thing would be, I think, better for at least my collection as far as that, to use this figure and make good of it. But yeah, he has these nice little greaves here as far as good design goes. These cool knee pads right over here. Shoulder pads are cool too, right over here. The chest armor is pretty good. He has a pretty okay floppy ab crunch in a way. The eyes do look good though on the face. That kind of counts a lot. There's a slight texturing to this hood, which is very good, but the paint is just a little mismatched in a lot of places. That kind of knocks him down a peg for me, which is kind of a shame. The head goes down and up this much, swivels around this far, up at the elbow. This is a separate piece, which is nice. That's good. Swivel at the bicep. Elbow goes up this much. Swivel here, up and down on the joint, and then up and down this joint, not side to side. Crunch down this far, back this far. It's a little bit loose, so just be careful. He has a hip joint over here going around. You can also swivel it if you like. The legs go down. You can't really see it that much. And out very far. Very nice for Storm Shadow here. Swivel at the top right over here at the thigh. Up very far in the knee. Really good. No swivel at the bottom, which is a shame. That's points off too. Down and up. Not too far, which is, you know, it's a bummer. And pivot. Two pegels at the bottom of the feet. I feel like Hasbro really didn't put their heart and soul into this figure as far as the figure goes. But the accessories are actually pretty cool and kind of redeem him just a little bit. Going over them all, he comes with this pickaxe. It's all one color, but it looks pretty cool. Down the line, you can easily just recolor that black, recolor that silver, and I'll be happy. Moving on to the arrow, which is pretty cool. Same color as the pickaxe. It's just sort of bland and kind of weird. Again, it needs a little more color, but it's a good arrow. It's kind of huge in a way. It's a really big arrow, accompanied by this bow. You can't really fire it. There's no string or anything. You'd probably attach your own string to here. There's a notch, another notch right over here. You could easily make your own bow and arrow and have it go, but it doesn't really mash as far as colors go. Mesh, mash, match. It doesn't work. It works with him, strangely enough. It matches to him, but together, separately, they don't really work all that well. The quiver, same kind of thing. Nice Arashikage symbol, you know, tempoed on here. It also has a hole here, a peg for the back. You can also place the scabbard of the sword in here. Very nice detail on this. Very good. There's a little hole in here. I've never noticed or wondered. Always wondered why there's a little hole in there. I don't get it, why it does that. Doesn't make sense to me. The sword, it's nice. The Arashikage symbol is right neatly in there. That's pretty cool. Super good. That same bland cream color. We also have this nice silver over here, but that Arashikage symbol is an incredibly nice little touch. That's really good. Putting it back, simple, easy. And it comes with a grappling hook that I've never used or touched, but another one that I've opened up. It's a pretty long rope. You know, I would say maybe, let's go with, since Stormy's about 6 inch, I would say maybe a foot-long rope. That's pretty cool. That's good. You get some good climbing poses. You could have him hold on to it, you know. It works out pretty well. Yeah, that's fine. He holds on to his weapons really well. It's really good. The peg-in system is pretty simple back here. Just taking all the stuff and putting it back in. I also actually put the climbing axe in here, so that works really well. Or the pickaxe, as it were. But giving him all his stuff back is fine. It works great. I don't really use the climbing axe all that much. Or the grappling hook piece, but it works fine, at least, you know, when you want to use them. But I'd rather have him stick with his pickaxe and his bow. If there was storage on the back for the bow, that'd be pretty cool, but there isn't really anything to note of that. It's still pretty cool though, and I don't know, it's not my favorite figure of the entire line, but it isn't the absolute worst, but probably maybe C or D tier for me, I guess. Arctic Storm Shadow stands at about 6¼ inches tall. Here's Arctic Storm Shadow next to a Red Ninja, and this is my initial thought to put Arctic Storm Shadow next to a Red Ninja as some kind of team of ninjas, red ninjas, white ninjas, colorations and all that. And also here's Baroness and Jesse Heck Creative. Now I know why you never use this thing! Hello everyone, and thank you so much for watching so far. Make sure to click like, subscribe, share, and leave a comment. You can also click the bell icon for more creativity. Now let's get back to it. So here's Classic Storm Shadow. Finally, we get a Classic Storm Shadow who I've been waiting for the past 2 years. Snake Eyes I saw, and then I'm like, Storm Shadow is his enemy, and we gotta get him ASAP. The other guy just ain't cutting it. The Arctic one, not working at all for me. This is fire. Phenomenal. The sculpt is great. The paint, the white is really good. The paint is applied excellently. Look at this Cobra symbol. It's phenomenal. Looks beautiful on him. It's just amazing. I love this so much. His eyes are done really well. Really awesome and super good. Looks very nice on him. There's a little like lack of paint on his eyebrow back here. I'm not complaining. I'm fine with it. I'm cool. I'm okay with all this stuff. It's fine. I'm just in awe of this guy. There are a few nitpicks I have with him, but overall, it's like 90% good. So, let's get cracking. So, taking off his backpack, you know, it's a peg, as always. Set it aside a little bit. Also, this piece came separate. This little piece right here, it does swivel and move around. It's on a ball joint. This little sort of tassel right over here. This moves a little bit over here, right there. That's really good. We also have this hood, which can be taken off. I love it. It looks like the Cobra symbol itself. That really sells the figure for me. This beautiful hood. Taking the head off and plopping that out. And if Hasbro could get their hoods fixed and, you know, better, that'd be great. You know, just how to actually take it out of the hood. You know, if they explain something, you have to like pinch it and pull it out. There, you have to pinch it and pull it out. It also comes with this other hood piece right here. Put that on right there, and there you go. Yeah, that looks really nice too. I kind of like them better with the hood on, so I'm going to remove this one more time and actually make it better. So, you know, yeah, that hood's fine. It's really good. I'm probably not going to use this at all. Maybe you can put it underneath, but it'll probably like ruin the flow, and the flow of this is phenomenal. It looks beautiful right over here. That's great. Why would you use the unhooded piece, you know? Especially like, you know, he looks pretty cold with his arms, you know? So to warm his head, that'd be great. This is a loose piece. It looks pretty nice. The shurikens are, you know, like right over here. They're different than Snake Eyes', I believe. He also has this nice buckle right over here. Looks pretty cool. We have butterfly joints here, which is great. They look really nice. They work really well. His head is on a dumbbell joint right over here. That's pretty cool. We're moving on to a different era of G.I. Joe Classified, where all the figures have pinless joints. So there's no pins right over here, no pins. Yeah, no pins at all. On this guy, he's pretty solid and really good. We have this floaty piece right here, which kind of bugs me because it floats and then you expose this like old crotch piece right over here. Just put it under and it's fine. It's also kind of mismatches it a little bit. It's still a little bit brighter white. I wish this figure was all that bright white. You know, it needs to be a tiny bit brighter white and it'd be perfect, perfect, perfect. But I'm fine with what we got. This is actually really great classic Storm Shadow. Going up, down, all the way around. Swivel at the bicep, pinless joints. Right here, that's a good elbow joint right there. This swivels, that's pretty neat. This swivels over here, goes up and down on the joint. On this hand, it goes up and down on the joint as well. We also have a chest crunch going down this far, back this far. It also rocks really well all the way around, hula hoop, you know. Get a really good solid crunch and back. For the legs, you can also move. I need to move this thing real quick. There we go. It doesn't really want to stick all that much. It was just a pain. I don't know. They could have glued it or something. That would have been great. It goes down on the hips and down on the hips. Really far down, which is great. Goes out this far and then up this far and then back this far. Go swivel around right here. The legs are a little bit tight, but I'd rather them be tight than loose. And this one is a pain going back, but that's fine by me. I'd rather it be tighter than looser and have to work it out later. This does bend a little bit. It's a little bit like, I don't know if it's clear or something, the material, but it's a little bit bendy, so watch out for that. Swivel here, down, up, and pivot. And 2 peg holes on the feet. And he has like shoes. He's wearing like sandals or something, so you can see his like toes. So that's pretty cool. His hands have little sort of guards on them right here, along with that guard. They all kind of fit together as one solid piece right over here. The muscular texture is really good. The back looks very nice. The whole lines up really well. With this, exposes the Cobra symbol. It's just one of the best parts of the figure, I would think. Now that works out really, really well. So we've seen the figure, we've seen this accessory. Now the other accessories that we have, moving him aside, is this beautiful back attachment. So starting with the bow and arrow, you can easily take the bow and arrow off the back piece right here. There's a peg that can line up with this piece. It's geniusly done. This is incredibly done. This is really, really good. The Articulation symbol is on here as always. It's super cool. You can also store the arrow right over here, and that's really neat. You can have him holding the bow right here, and then pulling the string, and then it doesn't really fire or anything, but it just looks really cool. It's a compound bow. It's really new and nice. It's really interesting, actually, that they gave him the more complex bow, but he's classic Storm Shadow. So, yeah. There's also this quiver right here. You could put the arrow into it and have it just match up with the rest and not even know it's there. That's awesome. Yeah, it doesn't really even come out. It just stays in. That's kudos, Hasbro. I didn't even notice this until doing the review right now. He comes with swords, of course. They're a little bit dinged up, you know, on mine. It's kind of a shame, you know. It's a bummer. This one's really nice, though. It looks super cool. Yeah, that's really good. I love these. I think they have snakes on it. Yep, they got snakes on them. They're snake arrows. It's neat. Here's the arrow quiver with the thing again. Here's a compound bow. Him holding these swords is pretty simple. You know, you just put one in his hand. You just sort of like force it in. And then the other one gets forced in as well. Gonna shove it. There we go. Just gonna shove it. There we go. And yeah, he looks really cool with swords. That's awesome. Putting the bow on his back, or at least the quiver. Very simple. There. And then you just gotta put the bow right there. And that's neat. You got your Storm Shadow ready for battle, you know. He's super cool. I think, you know, over time, he's gonna be one of my favorites in the line. But yeah, this is just amazing. I'm really glad we have Storm Shadow. He's super cool. One of my favorite villains in the whole franchise, I would think. Because the whole brotherly rivalry thing is just one of my favorite tropes in movies and stuff. But yeah, that's Storm Shadow. He's super awesome. Pick him up. Yeah. Storm Shadow. Yes. Classic Storm Shadow stands at about 6¼ inches tall. So here's Classic Storm Shadow next to Arctic Storm Shadow, and I find that Classic Storm Shadow outclasses the Arctic one by tenfold. It's just the better figure, the better version of the character, and now I can just relegate the Arctic Storm Shadow into a grunt or an army builder or a white ninja, if you will. And I don't think I'll really be making it into a good guy Storm Shadow who joins the Joes, because I don't see a point in that, at least for me. Storm Shadow should go down fighting Snake Eyes, who is right next to him, and also we have Jesse Heck Creative. I'm telling you right now, whoever you are, this is the worst game of Guess Who I've ever played. Overall, the Arctic Storm Shadow, while it does have a lot of good accessories, is not the figure that we wanted. It is the version of him as a good guy, which has a weird cream color, a lot of mismatching gold, and doesn't look great anyways. The Classic Storm Shadow outclasses this one tenfold. Amazing sculpt, great paint choice, the tempo is wonderful on that Cobra sigil, the eyes look great with the eyebrows and everything, and the face paint. The coloration is phenomenal, the blocking is really nice on this figure with the white, black, and red. Very simple, very clean, very neat. It's just Classic Storm Shadow through and through, and a great adversary for Snake Eyes and the G.I. Joe team. The accessories are incredible for this figure, and I would pick it up the second you see it, because I don't see Hasbro redoing this guy anytime soon. This is basically Storm Shadow perfected. Thanks for watching, and stay tuned for more G.I. June on Jesse Heck Creative. Thank you so much for watching Jesse Heck Creative. Feel free to click like, subscribe, share, or leave a comment. You can also visit us at jesseheckcreative.com, where you'll find more reviews like this one. Thanks again for watching, and keep being creative. Stay tuned!